Hello, fellow streamers. Welcome back on Just Talking for our next review, The Mehta Boys. Now, the first rule of a review is to watch without expectation. I broke the cardinal rule when I sat for Baman Irani's directorial debut with a bunch load of expectations because I love this guy. He is a brilliant actor, has an amazing bandar of stories to share, is a walking, talking encyclopedia of characters he can enact, write, bring to life. So, when the Mehta Boys, his much talked about film, which took him, I think, around 7 years to make, premiered, I felt a pang of disconnect, of a loss in momentum. You see, when you watch a movie, you just don't watch it. You give it your time, your attention, and in turn, the movie offers a multitude of things: solace, peace, closure, resolution, love, hope, and most importantly, inertia. It stays in motion in your mind, in your system, long after it's over. The Mehta boys struggle and was able to deliver only in parts. After the sudden passing of his mother, a reserved, struggling architect Amey, played by Avinash Tiwari, finds himself cornered to babysit his grieving father for 2 days before he moves to America to live with his daughter, Amey's sister, Anna. The awkwardness, the tension, the friction, the distance between the father and son is visible from the moment he hears about his mother's demise. Clearly, it's a troubled relationship, but we really don't know why. The conversations between them are slow, forced. The father, Shiv, played by Baman, seems disappointed with his son living in a worn out house full of paint papdi and leakage. He doesn't approve of the lifestyle, working overtime, driving a sad car. He, like all Indian parents, can't stop himself from pointing out the flaws, in a way establishing that he is not obsolete and still in authority. The son obviously doesn't like it. He has his own confidence, self esteem issues. And Avinash pulls off that passive aggressiveness, repressed feelings, disdain, and chirchirapan beautifully. Full points there. But why? I was on the lookout for a cause and effect. The why of the story. Why the irritability? Why the reluctance? Why move to Mumbai away from home? Why is the father missing from the family photo? Why is the sister begging Amey to tolerate him for just 2 days? Was he a terrible father, an abusive husband, a missing in action mentor, rough and tough? What is it that is haunting, plaguing, or ticking them? When did the cracks develop? We never know the root. It's simply a handful of days borrowed from the lives of these two. I kept waiting for a perspective, a flashback, a memory, an explanation. Nada. Fathers and sons, it's a tricky relationship, isn't it? The story simply meanders, and Bowman and Oscar winning screenwriter Alexander Dinelaris have left it there for us to connect the dots. I really wanted the script to dig a little deeper, to excavate some more emotions, to throw some light on the origins of the discord. Assuming that most father son relationships are like this doesn't work, especially for an audience that is conditioned on a cinema high on melodrama. And kyun bhai, aisa kyun? Drama runs in our veins. But even then, if you look on the flip side, search for some slice of family life flicks, then productions like Kapoor and Sons, Shakti, Gardish, Daddy, even Piku cross my mind. All fathers and kids and complex bonds explode and presented with such clarity. In fact, it's the daughter, Anna, played by Pooja Saroop, with whom I could, and most of the daughters will relate to. Whatever the reasons or mummy daddy issues, she is there, the first responder for her father, managing everything, making sure her father is all right, making sure her brother is okay, brokering peace between the two, even begging him to manage things for just a couple of days. The loss, the distress, the desperation that these two get along, even for the briefest of time, is as real as it gets. Yes, no matter what, daughters' hearts ache for their parents, for their family, and I wanted to see more of her. And then there is the mother, in spirit, this magic realism, her intervention in the form of a red tarpaulin rising against the wind, trying to make the father son see reason, pause, and make peace. There are parts which are endearing. For instance, the father insisting on carrying his own luggage, on paying the bill or switching off the lights. We all have one such parent. Hell bent on toughening up the kids for a tougher world. The Mehta boys are boys, and boys don't cry. They hardly indulge in any kind of catharsis or emotional release. There is a lot of growing up to do here. bridges to build, ego to shed, issues to resolve, maybe hug it out and show some love. The film does strip them of the usual hypermasculinity, hero-panti, which we are served in wholesale in Indian cinema. Here, they are regular guys surviving each other, one clinging on, the other trying to break free, only to realize in a long monologue towards the end that Papa was right. Yes, we had to reconcile and come to a full circle. Did it move me? Not really. It's a one time watch if you're in a mood and have the time to catch a conversation that should have taken place. I will be back soon with another review. Do stay tuned in, like, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy. Till then, ta.